everyone, welcome to the phone museum. Today I will show you a Xiaomi Redmi Note 8T. This model has a Snapdragon 665 with 4GB of RAM. So Snapdragon 665, which is octa-core CPU with 11nm process with 4GB RAM, and this one have a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display which is LCD technology, and has a front face camera, and on the back there's 4 cameras. This is wide angle camera, main lens, and with fingerprint scanner. There's a USB Type-C port with the speaker, mic, 3.5mm headphone jack, nothing on the left. On the top there's another mic for noise cancelling, and there's a IR blaster which you can control like a remote. On the right there's a volume key and a power button, and that's it. To wake up the screen, there's a different way to wake up the screen. First is just press the power button, and second thing is lift your phone to wake up. Third is double tap to wake up, and the other way is using fingerprint sensor like this, then unlock the phone as well. This is Xiaomi MIUI 11 home screen. So right now Xiaomi MIUI is there's no app drawer, so it's like iOS like design with the apps on the home screens, and you can add some widgets. To understand this phone, let's go to setting. In the setting there's a lots of settings sub menus. Okay, on the My Device, you can check the system update. Right now, I got the latest update, which is MIUI 11.0.9.0, and you can change the device name. So, on the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi Direct, you can show your phone name, but I will just set as default, and you can see the device model number, name, and MIUI version, and Android version, which is Android 9 Pie, and Android security patch level, which is 2020 May 1st. And you can see the storage as well. This model is a 4GB RAM with 64GB storage and 7.43GB available. So you can see all the pictures or apps, data, audio, cache, and other files. So you can see the system using 11.45GB. So 64GB you can use about 50GB. You can see all the specs. You can change the device name again, another device model, MIUI version and Android version, all the same stuff. And there's CPU model, there's octa-core up to 2 GHz. You can see the battery level, and this is dual SIM, so you can see all the SIM 1, SIM 2 phone number, and which carrier I'm using, like so, and IMEI number and IP address, MAC address, and Bluetooth address. Let's go back, and in here you can back up your phone. So there's a local backup, so you enter the password, you can back up right now, and then there's Xiaomi phone. Instead of this phone, there's a backup file, and I can back up anytime. and you can make it auto backup, but I don't need backup so right now. And you can back up to the Xiaomi's cloud service or Google Cloud. So Mi Mover, which is like a Samsung smart switch. So if you're using other smartphone, then you can connect to the through this, and you can send old phone to this phone or this phone to the new phone. And there's a legal information about copyrights and all the not fun stuff, and safety guide and certification for other countries. So system apps and updater, which is not a system update. This is like Xiaomi's app updater. So and security. So you can use Find My Device. Right now I didn't use, but if you want, you can use security update, and you can see again 2020 May 1st, and Google Play Protect, which is same as you go to the Google Play Store. And go to a SIM card. There's my both SIMs are working, and you can change the using VoLTE, voice over LTE, or using mobile network or those kind of stuff. Which mode you do prefer, like LTE or 3G or 2G only. And you can set data plans as well, and you can use default setting. So right now I didn't set for dial, so when you go to make a phone call like so, then I can choose which SIM card I'm used to make a phone call. But if I make to the SIM slot first SIM card, then when I call it, it's call it directly to the first SIM card. That's it for the SIM card, and let's go to Wi-Fi setting. If you go to Wi-Fi setting, you can see the connected Wi-Fi, and you can tap to make a QR code to share the Wi-Fi password, and go to the auto connect, link speed, and everything you can see. And you can choose available network as well. And let's go to Bluetooth. So you go to Bluetooth, you can change the device name again. I keep it in default, and you can see the device with connect. So right now I'm connected with Xiaomi Smart Band 4, and you can see the Bluetooth address, and you can rename it. And for this one, you have another option. You open the Mi Fit apps or unpair. If you connect to the like other smartphone such as Galaxy S8, then unpair, rename, and you can use for internet access or connecting sharing. So it depends on the Bluetooth device. The sub setting has been changed. For the Samsung Gear Icon X, you can see the phone call or media address and those kind of stuff. Go to portable hotspot. Then if I turn on, then you can make your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot so other people can use. So in here, you can change the Wi-Fi name, and you can change the password, and 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz band, you can change that one, and security as well. Let's go back, and connecting and sharing, which is you can broadcast to the other television or monitor, and you can connect printer as well, so you can print to like you can print a web page from directly from the cell phone. And VPN and airplane mode and data uses, so you can see data usage in SIM1, or right now SIM1 I put no data uses, so I cannot change it, but you can go to the Wi-Fi as well, like so. And Bluetooth tethering and wireless display, and this model has NFC as well, so you can make a tap and pay using Google Pay, or you can use Android Beam as well. Android Beam has been exists in Android since Android 4.0, which is ice cream sandwich, which is let me try to send this picture to Xiaomi's phone. Just simply tap and it will send to this phone. So you can use NFC, and you can reset Wi-Fi, mobile network, and Bluetooth setting. Let's go back. Multiple users. So there's my main users, and like a Windows or other computer, you can add user. So you can make a separate homepage or phone settings for different users. So let's go. I made a guest user, so let's go to guest. Then it switched the guest mode. Yes, continue. Then home screen is changed and all the install apps are changed, and you have to enter new Google Play service as well, and all the apps are outdated. So all the apps from guest mode are different data uses from the main account. So to change to my own setting, let's make a little brighter, and you can add users as well. To my opinion, if this tablet, the multiple user can be useful because just using at the home, so one setting for the myself, one setting for the my sister, other setting for the my father or whatever. So like a regular home PC, you can share one tablet to many other people, but for smartphone, there's many people don't share one smartphone to many different people. So multiple users not really necessary in smartphone, I think. And there's always on display. First time I see always on display, I just think like other Samsung or LG smartphone. There's when you turn off, there's a little clock and those kind of stuff is on, but this one doesn't work like that, and I don't know what this for. So yeah, if someone know what is always on display on Xiaomi Redmi Note 8, just let me know on the comment. And you can change the setting for sleep. So after 5 seconds without any input, then it's go to sleep and those kind of stuff. I leave it in 1 minute, and raise to wake up, and double tap to wake, and turn up the screen, and wake lock screen for notifications. So when I get the notification, its screen is automatically turn on. And you can change the lock screen signature. So on the lock screen right now, I have a dual clock, so I can show you right now, but I can show in clock moment. So it's like this. There's a user information, and you can change to launch camera option and pocket mode. So launch camera is you can turn the camera off right away. Oops. like so. And you can also change to Mi Remote to directly go to the remote app, which I don't use right now. And you can turn the flashlight. And pocket mode is when I turn on the phone and it thinks it's on the pocket and I mistake to the turn on the phone, then it doesn't let me to touch screens. Let's go back. And display, you can change the display brightness level like so. Reading mode, so it make more yellowish color to make better to reading content. I turn on the schedule, so it's automatically dictates sunset, and when sunset it just automatically turn on the reading mode. And you can change the color temperature in here, warm, cool or default, saturate or standard. I will put just auto. And dark mode as well, you can turn on right now, turn off, and you can change the schedule. So I said 1900 is turn on the dark mode and 7 o'clock turn off the dark mode. One thing I can say is automatically turn on. I wish they have an option to after sunset is automatically turn on the dark mode as well. And you can change the text size like so, keep it in medium, and notch. So you can, to be honest, I personally don't like notch, so I hide the notch. But if you prefer notch, you can just show the notch, or you can move everything so this notch part doesn't use at all. Let's change to this and show carrier when my device is locked, which is when I turn on. I can see carrier information up here, but I don't need to see carrier information every day, so I will turn off. And you can change the carrier name as well. For example, I will change first SIM as a phone and second SIM as a museum. Then it's a first SIM as a phone and second SIM as a museum. Let's turn off. And battery indicator, so you can use graphical, then just you can see the graphic, and percentage inside, then you can see the percentage 88, and percentage next to the graphic, then you can see it's next to here, but I prefer inside. So, and notification shortcut, which is right here. You can go to a setting right now, but if you want to change, you can change the search. But this search is different than other like search system. You have to go to the Xiaomi Mi browser. So it's a Xiaomi Mi browser search engine kind of stuff shortcut. So I keep it in setting. And you can change to the full screen mode. So which app do you want to use full screen? For example, this app is a really outdated app. So without full screen mode, it looks like right there's a little gap, black bar, you can see. But you can make the full screen mode, then just stretch the app to make a full screen. Let's go back. And auto rotation screen. This is just basically auto rotation. Most of phone I use, I turn on the auto rotation because I watch lot of videos and those kind of stuff, so auto rotation is really convenient. However, for this phone, the sensor is really sensitive, so I don't want to turn the screen, but it just turned the screen randomly, even I didn't meant. So I turn off that option in this phone. Sound and vibration, you can change the ringtone. You can change by the SIM card. So first SIM card, I want this ringtone. Second SIM card, I want this ringtone. Then two SIM card have a different ringtone. And alarm sound, those kinds of stuff. Event notification and regular notification. And this one about do not disturb mode, so you can put as a regular or silent and do not disturb. In do not disturb, you can change to incoming calls from anyone or from my contacts only, or those starred contacts only. And notify app about repeat calls, so in 15 minutes there's someone keep calling me, then it's give me the notification and those kind of stuff. Let's put in regular, and you can make a vibrate for calls or vibrate in silent mode. So, and you can change the light, medium and strong as well. And additional setting, you can put dial pad tone, which is this sound. When I turn off, it just silence. And tap sound is when I tap the screen, it make a little ding kind of stuff, which you turn off. Lock screen, this kind of sound. Screenshot sound make this little sound. And delete sound, which is if I delete the apps, let's delete this app, then it make a those kind of sound. Let's go to a notification, and you can set notification in lock screen notification or floating notification, and also notification badge. And go to home screen. You can change if you download a third-party launcher, for example Nova launcher or Aspect launcher, then you can make a default launcher as those your launchers. And this one is this kind like Samsung's Bixby or those kind of stuff, so you can see all the shortcuts. And if you want, you can see the weather, and if you want, you can add recommendation or other tools, so you can see those informations. And switch up on home screen to open search is this one. When you swipe up, there's open search to the Xiaomi Mi browser, but I don't use it anymore. So fear says uninstall apps. When I uninstall this app, everything is moved up. If it's turned off, then you can make an empty space for every apps. And go to wallpaper. You can choose wallpaper from my local photo or pre-installed pictures by Xiaomi. And you can find more to Xiaomi wallpaper store to download more wallpapers. Themes, same thing. You go to a Xiaomi theme store, you can download the themes like so. You can download this theme, then it will change all from the lock screen to all the icons as well, like a Samsung theme store. And password and security. Go to password, then you can choose turn off the lock, or there's 3 options: pattern, pin, and password. I will keep it in pin. And you can change the fingerprint to unlock the phone or not. So I add 2 fingerprint, and you can add more fingerprint and those kind of stuff. And you can also use face unlock and unlock with the Bluetooth device. So right now I'm using Xiaomi Mi Band, so I can unlock this phone with Bluetooth device. And if Bluetooth is turned off, then I have to enter pin like so. And location service, emergency SOS, and those kind of stuff. And batteries and performance. You can turn on the battery saver. So right now I can use this phone assume I can use 30 hours and 9 minutes, but when I turn on the battery saver, then I can use 46 hours and 24 minutes. And you can see all the battery use stats. It's calculating, and you can see just basic Android battery information and app battery saver, so you can save apps to battery saver or restrict and those kind of stuff. And schedule power on and off. Me personally, I turn off the cell phone, so restart the cell phone about every 1 week or 2 weeks. So clean up the RAM and those kind of stuff. But if you're lazy to do that, then you can set up repeat every week. Let's turn up at 6:46 and turn on the 7 o'clock. Then every week, every Monday morning, it will turn off and turn on your phone certain time. Let's turn off. Oops. And apps. So you can change the system apps. This is all the Xiaomi app. Manage apps, which is you can go to the app and you can see all the data and clear the cache and those kind of stuff. Change the app permissions and give a notification or not, those kind of stuff, or the basic settings for Android app. And you can make a dual app to make a separate app, 2 different apps. So one, I can log into my main account. Second app, I log into the second account, those kind of stuff. And permission to about the auto start and other app permission like body sensor, calendar, and those kind of stuff. You can turn on and turn off. You can give a permission to the apps. And app locks, which is you lock the app. So if you want to open that app, then you have to enter the password or the fingerprint. And additional setting, you can change the date and time, language, and region, and full screen display, which is you can use the button like a basic Android, or you can use full screen gesture to go home, or using multitasking, and you can go back like so, and that's it. And double check for the gesture, which is, for example, I'm watching YouTube. when I'm watching in YouTube, when I go to home, it says slide again to make a confirm that I really want to go home or not. If I turn off that setting, then it will not double check this option. Just one swipe, just go home. And go back to previous app is when I turn off, it just go back. But when I turn on this option, when I hold, it go to the previous app. Same as a full screen mode, like so. And button shortcuts, so you can double press power button to launch camera, which is really convenient. But one bad thing is when I launch camera, it's turn off, lock the phone, and turn the camera, which is really slow. And you can take a screenshot to the three finger down, like so. This gesture I really like. And launch Google Assistant, you can use long press the home button, menu button, and those kind of stuff. But I cannot use because I don't have a home button because I'm using slider gestures. So many of shortcut I cannot use because turn off the screen, there's a long press the home button, menu button, or back button, but I don't have a home, menu, or back, so to me it's useless. And quick ball, you can change the shortcut and either tap or swipe, so I can tap or swipe to lock the phone. And one-handed mode, which is I have to, again, I need the buttons in order to turn on the this feature, like so. But I prefer a full screen gesture. Oops. So let's turn off that. And clean speaker is when you turn on, it make a loud sound to clean up the speakers. And there's a bunch of basic Android functions. And you can go to developer option in here, like so. And digital well-being is like a Apple's thing. So you can, today 1 hour I mostly using settings and YouTube, those kind of stuff I can see. And you can see the dashboard, and I can make a bedtime mode. So to show you, let me change to 1600, then it's automatically changed to the do not disturb and black and white screen. Let's turn off. And focus mode, for example, if I put focus mode on internet, then when I go to internet, it say app is not available. Let's turn off. And managing notification, which is same as a notification setting. Do not disturb mode, you can change in here again. And you can set parents controls as well. And special feature, there's a game turbo, which is I can set up the game, then it's and quick replies, which is I got the message, then like other Android or iOS, I can reply on the notification right away. And second space, which is similar to the Samsung Knox or secure border, whatever. So when I go to second space, and it changed to the display settings, all the settings are changed. So this one, wallpapers has been changed, in-store apps are different, and for second space I set up as a language as a Spanish, so everything is in Spanish, like so. And one thing I found is on the second space, I go to here, it's really, I don't know, the frames are really slow. I don't know why. I just found out on the second space. Anyways, let's go to my main space. Change the display and the language and everything. And switch between the spaces is pretty slow as well. And I can see the Mi account information and Google and account and sync information and service and feedback. That's it for Xiaomi MIUI 11. And let's go to camera app. So in camera they put a lot of features, because you can change the 48 megapixel camera and a 2 digital zoom. This one doesn't have an optical zoom, and you can change this button to the macro shot. And you can turn on the AI camera on and off, and HDR auto off and on as well. And you can change the filters and beauty face as well. And you have more settings, so you can change to a frame. It's a full screen or 1:1 or 3:4 ratio and 16:9 ratio. And you can set up the timer 3, 5 and off and tilts, so you can see those tilt. In fact, and you can show the guideline, and you can see it's those angle. And when you go to setting, you have more option. You can put on the watermark, picture quality as a high, standard or low. I keep it in high. And you can make a volume as a shutter or zoom, or just using as a volume. You can tap the focus and shot, press the hold to buzz shot or just focus, or scan QR code immediately. You can save location information and camera sound and pocket mode again, and anti-banding to 50 Hz or 60 Hz, and so on. When you go to video mode, you can change to 1080p 60 frame, 4K 30 frame, 720p 30 frame, and 1080p 30 frame. And you can do time lapse as well. But when you go to wide angle, only 720p 30 frame or 1080p 30 frame per second. That's it. And you can also make a short video, slow motion. You can change to 240 frame per second or 120 frame per second. And you can make a 48 megapixel Ultra HD mode, and you can do portrait mode, night mode, panorama mode, and a pro mode. In pro mode, you can change white balance and focus and shutter for how long you want to open the shutter, ISO level, EV, and you can choose lens for macro, ultra wide, and wide. and you can choose 48 megapixel as well. So that's it for the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8T. So far, I really like this phone. The one thing I don't like is sometimes it's laggy, like changing between second space to the main space, and those kind of stuff. And when I go to camera, double tap to camera, is turn off, turn on, and lock the phone, and then go to camera app, which is really slow when you take a photo immediately. And again, when I turn on the brightness up, but it doesn't change the brightness for me. Those kinds of bugs are bugging me. Okay, yeah, those kind of bugs. And yeah, also bugs. I found a few bugs on this device as well. Performance, which is Snapdragon 665. This is not the fastest CPU in the world, but not the slowest CPU neither. So when you do basic work and basic casual game, there's no problem at all. And camera, 48 megapixel camera is pretty decent for this price, but macro camera and ultra wide camera quality is not so great because it's a low resolution. The battery itself is pretty good because this one has a pretty big battery and also low resolution 1080p and not so high performance CPUs, which is save a lot of battery as well. So that's it for this. Another thing, one thing is the camera bump is pretty huge. So when you take off the case, it will wobble so badly. Other than that, the build quality is pretty good with the glass, and the side is not a metal, it's just plastic, but still it's still nice and feel good. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching. And if you like, please click the like button, and if you have any question, ask on the comment. And if you want to see more updated video, you can subscribe my channel as well. Thank you for watching.